Today, a special task awaits us on the farm. An old tractor, which stood in the corner of the yard for many years, is now stuck in a huge stone and can't be moved. Ordinary machines just won't do the job. But luckily, we have something special. A small excavator with a hydraulic breaker is on the way. Time to free the tractor and clean up the farm. Sunny afternoon at the farm, children watched with excitement as a colorful horse-drawn circus arrived. The circus wagons slowly made their way through the farm, creaking softly on the uneven dirt track. The circus animals were parading. Among them was a proud, powerful lion, whose golden mane gleamed in the afternoon sun. Right behind the lion rode a majestic elephant. He was huge, his long trunk rising every now and then, as if he was examining his surroundings. The children were enchanted by his size and calmness. Suddenly, the silence and harmony were broken by an unexpected squeak. A small mouse, barely visible in the grass, ran right in front of the horse's legs, which scared the elephant. The elephant, though huge and powerful, panicked. With a loud crash, the elephant's huge body hit the trailer, and the wooden planks fell apart. The farmer, who had been watching the entire incident, decided to help the circus performers. He got on his favorite tractor and set off to fetch the right planks to repair the wagon. He was well known in the area as a woodworking master, capable of crafting anything from small crates to massive barns. as the farmer drove his tractor from the forest to the sawmill, there was a flurry of activity and excitement on the circus field. Animals entered the tent one by one. The horses, beautifully prepared for the performance, entered first, followed by the lion with a majestic step. Next came the elephant. His huge figure barely fit through the tent entrance, but he moved with extraordinary delicacy. And at the very end, the crazy monkeys ran into the tent. When the boards were finally ready, the farmer returned his tractor to the field where the damaged trailer was waiting. He skillfully fitted new boards. In the evening, the farm came alive with the glow of the circus tent lights. The farmer and his family took their seats, and the performance began with great pomp. Amid the audience's applause, horses, a lion, an elephant, and finally crazy monkeys appeared in the arena, entertaining everyone with their antics. Hello my dear friends. Welcome to my animated Bazylland farm. Like every year, in early spring it's time to plant potatoes. For this task we will need a tractor and a potato planting machine.